For me, this beautiful fantastic is about a young woman and the people that have, I suppose, surrounded her for a long time, but she's not necessarily allowed herself to notice or interact with, around her who have all lost something, but within that loss, it's made them stronger as people, and by coming together and sort of allowing themselves to be more vulnerable, by opening up to one another, have and in fact create a story of their own.
I'd stick to writing if I were you.
Oh, just tell me what I should be doing, you horrid, wretched old man!
Why should I furnish you with that advice?
I've got 3 weeks to turn this garden around, or I'll wind up sleeping in the park.
Is everything okay?
I am trying my best here. I want to make a difference. And if you had an ounce of humanity, you wouldn't just stand there gloating at me, you would help me.
All right, I'll help.
You will?
Yes. You give me back my cook.
No.
Yes.
He's not a slave. He's not mine to give. If you had treated him like a person...
Okay. I'll cook your meals, you vituperative old bastard.
Excellent. And 5 syllables, Violet. I didn't know you had it in you.
But I won't set foot inside that house.
But I'm not going to eat scraps out of a plastic container like some train spotter on a windy platform in Runcorn.
I'll cook your meals. You help her fix up the garden. That way we all win. Take it or leave it, Alfie.
I'll take it.
Bella is incredibly strong, but sort of her insecurities are, I think she thinks they're buried better than they are. They are, in fact, very much on her sleeve.
Luna lost her parents at a very early age. They were taken from Luna. Just like that. No explanation. Barely out of the nest, she was too young to know anything. She was such a warrior. Only coming out for food briefly when all the other animals had gone to sleep and the forest floor was bathed in moonlight. She was such a scrawny little thing.
When put into certain situations, she does have the ability to turn it around. She has this huge world inside her head, and it's through her storytelling and her illustrations and things like that that she kind of can express that outwardly. And then I suppose the people she meets along the way can see that, and it's quite something when that happens, whoever we are, and that I thought was a really beautiful journey.
Are you kicking me, Mr. Stevenson?
No. I'm encouraging you to get up. If you ignore my encouragement, then I'll start kicking you.
This garden is taking forever.
One of the main things that inspires Bella is, or one of the ways in which she copes with what's happened to her, is by creating stories or situations where it doesn't sort of sugarcoat the darkness of the world, but can lead to an outcome that you didn't expect, sort of finding hope in sort of the silver linings of something.
How do we build a color palette? How do we create depth and texture? How do we keep interest from April to October? Well, we start with these stunning foxgloves. and these alliums. Come on, come. And we go on to these cannas, and these dahlias, so colourful, they hurt your eyes.
My favourite flowers, I like sort of weeds. I always think, oh, that's really beautiful, what is it? And it was like, that's a weed. I was like, oh, great. But there's a flower called, well, it's called Love in a Mist, which is a Persian rose. Yeah, I like that one. It's sort of wiry and sort of looks like something that you might not think is meant to be there, but it is. Yeah, that's my favourite.